Hello, family. I pray that all is well with all of you on this beautiful, beautiful day. I wanted to speak briefly about wisdom versus knowledge. In my life, I made a lot of mistakes because I had the knowledge, I had the gnosis, but I lacked the wisdom. I remember I just thought about my food journey and how things progressively got better over the course of my life, but they only got better when I decided to consciously change, to make conscious decisions. And I can tell you that my whole life, in terms of food and working out, I've been struggling with that basically my whole life. When I was a child, my mother, she's a kind of person that we would eat, bad foods, but she would work out all the time. And I would eat those foods and I wouldn't necessarily work out. I would work out sometimes. And progressively over my life, I got larger. And as things happen, something like if I went through a strong depression in my life, I would turn to food. In my mind, food was my friend. But what I realized is that we have to make conscious decisions to love ourselves and conscious decisions to just be healthy in every aspect of our life. If you can develop a healthy mindset and be disciplined about it, it's going to have a great effect on every aspect of your life. The reason why I'm mentioning knowledge versus wisdom, because as I said before, many of us have knowledge. We read a lot. We know about foods. I knew about the healthcare industry and the food industry. I started researching things back in 2008 and 2009, and I started realizing that they were working together essentially against humanity. And I also watched the documentary Food Inc. back in 2010. So I was always on this journey, like, I really want to lose weight. I really want to lose weight. But deep down inside, because when I looked on the scale, the number was so large, all I could see was the number, and I didn't see how I could possibly lose that much weight. Over time, I lost a lot of weight, and then I put some weight back on. But now I'm in a peaceful state with my mind, my body, and my soul. I know what things to put in my body. I know how different foods make my body feel. I know that I shouldn't, eat out or eat fast food. I know that processed foods is bad for me. So when I eat food, I try my best to be conscious in the things that I'm eating and conscious about the things that I'm doing so that I could have a healthy lifestyle. Like working out, or like taking a walk, or like just sitting outside in the sun, for an hour and reading a book or something like that. These things improve your health. These things improve your mindset, and meditation, of course, as well. I'm saying this because, a lot of us have the knowledge, but we lack the wisdom, and the wisdom is the bridge to success. I'll give a perfect example. A lot of people are well versed on Bible scriptures, well versed on books in the Bible, but their life is a mess. They don't like themselves, they don't like their environment, and they're unhappy. But the word of the Most High has to penetrate your heart in order for there to be any true change in one's life. And we have to be willing to listen and be obedient. Most of my problems, all of my problems in my life came from disobedience. All of my unhappiness, any depression, came from my ignorance, came from my misunderstanding of people, of food, of life, and things in general. Sometimes we can be naive, and sometimes we can deceive ourselves in our wrongdoings. So be a conscious doer and thinker. Be a conscious thinker. Consciously, decide how you're going to eat. Consciously decide when you're going to work out. Make a conscious effort to do positive things. Be consistent with those things. And also, if you be consistent, you'll have success. The reason why I'm saying is because, you can't live in this world and not know certain things unless you are not connected to the internet, or unless you just block the whole world out, or unless you're just living somewhere, off the grid or something. So there's a lot of things that we know we have access to, a lot of information. All I'm saying to you is utilize that information. Because if you do not utilize the information and create and change your behavior patterns, the test is going to come and you may not like what you see. A lot of people meet the test in a heart attack. A lot of people meet the test in negative ways because they ignored the truth. They was sitting right in front of them. They decided to not apply the knowledge that they had, which would give them more peace, more strength, and more courage in this life. None of us are perfect, but we all need to focus on making conscious decisions that are going to better our health, better our mindsets, better our bodies, and our souls. You can't move forward unless you acknowledge where you're wrong at. You have to accept responsibility for yourself and for your life. I, as an individual, if someone hurts me in my life, if someone disrespects me, lies to me, or, whatever happens to me, I have to understand no matter how much I hurt, I played a part and I'm not a victim. So with me accepting responsibility for my behavior patterns, that is where I am learning and I'm applying the wisdom that those different negative experiences help me to understand. Because sometimes we have the knowledge, but we don't fully comprehend all of the information that we have, because we have so many things coming at us in this life. Like I said earlier, I learned a lot of my behavior patterns from my mother, but she only taught me what she knew. She's not responsible after I become a certain age. It is my responsibility to change these patterns so that I do not pass them on to my children that I have in the future. So think about it. We all have knowledge, but make sure you apply that knowledge and live a life of wisdom. Be thoughtful about the words that you speak, because words have power and they send out vibrations. And people can feel your words. I'm a person that feels deeply. People can feel disingenuous. They can feel all kinds of spirits. So be cognizant of what you put out there, because there's no way where to hide from who you truly are or what you're truly doing. And you have to just accept responsibility for your life in order to move on. A lot of things came across in this life for me to learn. Everything that you may think is pain is only a learning lesson. Take that lesson and make wise, conscious decisions to make your life better after all. Like I said, I watched Food Inc. back in 2010. I had a lot of information. I didn't want to change until I was feeling horrible. That's when I started to change. When I was feeling terrible about my life, when my blood pressure was crazy, when I felt like I could die, I literally was feeling like I could die. That's when the change came for me. Don't get to that point in life. Don't let death catch you because you did not want to change. If you're unhappy with anything in your life right now, know that you have the ability to change your life, change your position, change what you see around you. It starts with being responsible for your behavior patterns and making a conscious effort to change them, and being disciplined about the changes that you have implemented. Remember, wisdom, knowledge, we all have a lot of knowledge, but few people are wise. Few people are actually applying those things. Apply that wisdom so that you can change and your life will be at peace, strengthened, and encouraged. Stay blessed, beautiful people. Just words of love, kindness, sending joy, happiness, and peace your way. Shalom.